Still didn't eat those pumpkins, eh? Hold that thought. Have a rescue mission. How'd you get in there? What are you doing in there? What are you doing? No. She's had 27 lambs. Did we do it? Did we actually get through the first cycle of lambing? This is the first morning I think we've had no lambs. Good morning, by the way. 29 minus 3. We're down to 26 ewes to lamb. We're under 30. That's crazy. As the day went on yesterday, I made a bit of a discovery. So this ewe yesterday morning, I stripped her out, but I think she had enough milk that it didn't really capture my attention so much. But this little lamb certainly did, because I gave them their bottle first thing in the morning, good drinkers. And then, when was it? Right after lunch, it was really jumping on Mom, trying to get Mom up, and just looked really, really hungry. So I had a bottle anyway. I fed it, drank the whole bottle, like probably double the amount we give a typical lamb. I'm like, that seems weird. Fed the other one drank too. I'm like, oh, okay. So just like this one that I had marked yesterday morning, only this one just didn't have milk when she gave birth. Like, it's one of those things, like she may come into it, but I just assumed like the rest of them she won't. Guess what? This morning she did. I tried to feed both lambs. Yesterday they would drink, between the two of them, easily drink a bottle. And only the one would barely drank 100 mils. And that's a good sign. That means Mama certainly did come into her milk. So that's amazing. I'm glad we only have this many ewes, because I'll be able to remember to tell Carissa just ignore the markings now. Now this is the problem. I have the markings and I don't need them. But that's a really good news story. These are 2016, like March of 2016 born ewes, which means they're almost 7 years old. These ewes are lambing. I bet you if I went through their records, they are probably popping out like a set of lambs every 9 months or so. So, you know, that's a lot of work for a 7-year-old ewe. Yeah, it's one of those things, like it'd be interesting to go through their records just to see how many lambs they've actually given birth to over the years. That might be a job for today. We'll see how much time I have. Still didn't eat those pumpkins, eh? Hi, ladies. Hey, Billy's mom. The one thing I keep forgetting to do until I go into the house and check my cameras is to reset camera 1, that lady, because it says it is not hooked up, and it is. We had the power flick the other day, and it didn't love its life. Mind you, it looks a little unplugged right there, actually. Thanks to a bird. Which one is this? Okay, let's see which one it is. Are you number 1? Oh, that was 2. Alright, so let's do this one. Okay. Oh, 2's now. Are you gonna come back on mine? Excellent. Freckles, that was my bum. Alright, we have a final total as of yesterday, but everything is actually tagged now, so we are totally caught up. So we have a total of 144 lambs out of 67 ewes. Getting real close to 2. 144, 67, 2.15, 2.149. So, still dropping. But that's okay. Yeah, we just had a lot of these old girls are giving me singles, which is probably a blessing because many of them don't have enough milk to service 2. So this one I have to decide what to do, if I leave one on or pull both off. They both will drink well off a bottle. That mama, I think I talked to you guys this morning, she seemed to come into her milk, but the one lamb drank 75 mils from me right now. So again, that was the one that drank about 100 this morning. So I do feel like she's coming into her milk. How'd you get in there? Hold that thought. I have a rescue mission. How'd you get in there? Underneath the gate. Should be good for a rodeo. What are you doing in there? What do you think, ladies? Careful, girls. Oh, here we go. Come here, little buddy. Miss, get out of the way. There's Mama right there. She heard you. Not her. Not her. There she is. where are we getting out here? Probably right there. Where it had a bath. I'm thinking right there. Hello. What are you doing? I was thinking about rearranging these guys again. I haven't decided what to do. I wish I knew if that last group of ewes were done lambing for the reprieve. If I knew they're all second cycle, they'd be fine. They would make up a pen. There's probably about, I think I counted this morning, I think there's 26 left. That would make up a pen. But if we get a straggler tomorrow and another one after that, then you're getting down into the low 20s, and then it's like barely justifies a pen. So I don't know what to do, because I was gonna put them. I kind of split it at halfway. I split it at about 50, so it was like the first 50 and the last 50. But if those last like 25 are gonna be 2 weeks, then I don't really want to do that. I don't like it when lambs are too far apart in age. They can kind of shed stuff and they can be bullies, as you just witnessed. So I don't know what to do. I thought before I put away this Gallagher, I would just go through one of these ewes that had low milk and see if I can figure out any more strikes on this lady. So she has had 14 lambs. She's a 2016 ewe. She's had no stillborns. So she's definitely earned her keep. 14 divided by 6 years. She's given me 2.3 lambs a year. I just wondered if I could see. This is the thing about this system. I want to see if, like, I'd like to be able to see the lambs. I wonder if I could press on one of these lambs. I just want to know if it's something that I missed at weaning. Ooh, I should check the weaning weights. Hold tight. All right, my idea is to go over the weaning weights of when these ewes lambed last, which would have been March. It would have been the March group. If I marked it down and kept her in there, I'm gonna be really mad at myself here. So interesting, she had one make it to market, and it looks like one did not. So one hit 119 pounds on June 29th. And then it looks like the last time I weighed the twin was June 2nd, and it was only 49 pounds. It was a bottle baby. All right, we're getting somewhere here. Okay, so this mom's been showing her true colors, I guess, for at least 2 lambings now. So that's a that'll be a no-brainer. Let's check the other one just for fun. She had twins as well. And they both made it to market. 109 pounds and 111 pounds. Let's make sure they weren't a bottle baby. Actually, this is the mom that I noticed both lambs were really thirsty. So she did okay last time. She successfully raised 2 lambs to really good weaning weights. Yeah, 61 and 67 were the weaning weights on her last group. I don't know if this stuff is interesting to you guys, but I am like, this is addicting. Once I sit down and look at data, I'm like, oh, whoa, that makes sense. The ewe that had the 4 with the blown hip, this one is a really older ewe, and I noticed she's like got a hernia or something going on here, so she really tenders this leg, so I'm glad she only had 1, because this will be her last lambing. You're cute. Another little surprise, perhaps oops, on my part. The ewe that I said this morning looked like she had like a hernia or a pulled hip or something. And I said, oh, I'm so glad she just had 1 lamb. Yeah, she had 3 more. 1, 2, 3 under there. And that's the one I thought she had. Maybe she didn't have it, I don't know. It was with her when I got here this morning. Anyway, I don't think she's got a whole lot of milk, so she's doing pretty good. She had 3 in the last litter, so in March. And they all, one made it to 105 pounds, the other 2 only made it to 85 and 82. So she was starting to, and likely one of those were bottle babies. Let me just hold, please. So 2 were on mom and the 1 was pulled off, and all 3 made it to market, but only 1 really made it to target weight. So she's been probably kind of going downhill, but she's older and probably spitting out a lot of lambs. I'm curious as to how many she actually has given me. Let's go on here. She's had 27 lambs. Holy moly. Now, she's had 1, 2 stillborns. 27 lambs in 6 years and 2 stillborns. Whoa. Okay, she done good. That's a good mom. Holy, I love this stuff. I don't spend enough time doing it. So thank you for making me accountable. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you anymore. I just think it's fascinating. Good morning. I think it's safe to say we are officially in a reprieve, which means these ladies, their due date was November 29th, so that'd be the beginning of the first cycle, because these guys were synchronized, which means I use cedars to stage their heat, so to speak. So when you pull out the cedar, they should be in heat like a day or 2 after that, and then they should get bred in that next 4 or 5 days, which matches what they did. They really were done Sunday, which was a week of lambing. A few go early, right? So it's hard to say a week. It probably is like 5 days. And then it takes them 17 days from the first day. So I think it's from the first day of their heat. So like they cycle every 17 days. So whoever didn't get bred on that first cycle, which I believe my count is 26 as of yesterday, that still need to lamb, because a few are in this pen, 3 are in this pen that lost their lambs in that first week. So yeah, so they didn't get bred in that first cycle. However, there's always some that have their lambs later. So we may have a few stragglers from the first cycle still. And there's always some ewes that are earlier to lamb than when they're due. So they could be also in this reprieve time. It's good for me, just for a little tiny break. I'd love it if we could just be done. But it's just gonna drag out lambing for you guys. So the scheduled day of being done is December 22nd. So that should work out really good with Christmas, which I have not started anything to do with Christmas yet. I do have a new bottle, baby, because if you remember, I think it was the first day. Do you remember that rock star mom that had the triplets? The first one's coming out backwards, like butt first, and then she spit out another one. She spit out another one really quick, and then I had that mom that had those stillborn twins, and I fostered one of the triplets to her. I have treated that ewe, the one that fostered, I've treated her probably like 4 times since she lambed. At first I just thought it was shock. Second day I'm like, I'm not sure about this. So yeah, so she's been treated a lot. 2 days ago I thought she was a goner. I came in here and I said to Krista, how long has she been laying like that? And Chris said, no, she was up before. I'm like, okay. Treated her again. Yesterday she looked a lot better, but I think she's sacrificed her milk now to stay alive. She still loves the lamb, but the lamb's really hungry. There it is, right there. Number 6, red. Yeah, I would say Lammy was hungry. It is almost lunchtime, and this mama actually got out of the house this morning. Mark had his last physio appointment today in London at the hospital for his finger. If you remember in the summer, he crushed his tendon working on the grain elevator out here, and it was pretty mess, to be honest. It's still pretty painful, but it's almost 100% straight again, and they weren't sure they would be able to help him. Like, the surgeon kind of wrote him off, but this physio girl is really good, and she has been making him like custom splints all summer or all fall, I guess, and it's done wonders. Like, it's almost, I think she said he's 90% there, so pretty amazing. And then we went out for breakfast, so I'm just getting back now, and Chris has added a couple more lambs to our bottle pen. Those twins I couldn't decide last night. She's picked one of each. So 59 here. This little yippy one here. And then I think one of the other twins that I wasn't sure if Mom had enough milk. So I got her to offer a bottle this morning, and it drank almost a whole bottle. Yes, I hear you. And all the rest of you are looking like you've had a good drink. What I want to do before lunch here is create a whole pen. This is all my first cycle ewes, and I've got too many in this first pen. I don't have enough room to set up a creep area and do all the things I need to do. So I'm going to join them up now. The other girls have had time to bond with a smaller group, so now I'm going to open it up to all the ewes. And then the last group, I don't think they're going to lamb till next week, and that's fine, and there's enough of them that they can create their own pen at the back. This was scheduled for next week. There's little Willow. Willow and the girls need their first hoof trim as they're getting ready for their first breeding session, which happens in January. So I had it marked for next week. They actually have to have their chlamydia vaccine, their first of 2. And I was kind of scheduling the hoof trimming along with it because I figured I'd be lambing this week, but I'm like, I have a free afternoon. So I was attempting to get through those all, but I forgot one important detail, and the fact is these guys are ewe lambs. and they're wiggly and really kicky. So I'm like dodging legs and yeah, blades. But yeah, this is Willow's first hoof trim. Look at your little tootsie toes. They're actually pretty soft. Oh, you're all done, pretty lady. You're the lucky recipient of number 6.
I'm playing bingo. I don't need your help. I thought you were gonna point to this one.
All to me. Upside down.
Are you sure that's right?
I don't know. I think it is.
Confused now?
What do you got?
I was a sheep with a bag. Chocolate.
It's good, eh?
It's good.
Merry Christmas.
Can I do the 24th because it's
No.
chocolate?
No.